Defense contractors are charging $500 per hour for work that SaaS founders are practically giving away for free. Same expertise, same problems being solved, but one industry has figured out something the other completely misses. And it's not what you think. It's not about government contracts or regulations. It's about a fundamental shift in how you position yourself in the market that can transform your business overnight. I'm David White, and if you stay with me for the next 8 to 10 minutes, I'm going to show you exactly what defense contractors understand that SaaS founders don't, and how you can apply this knowledge to command premium pricing, become irreplaceable to your clients, and build an unshakable competitive advantage. By the end of this video, you'll understand why specialization beats generalization every single time, and you'll have a clear roadmap to become the only choice in your market, not the cheapest option. Specialists get hired, generalists get fired. Let me start with a story that will probably make you uncomfortable. Last month, I spoke with two professionals. The first was a SaaS founder who'd been grinding for 3 years, working 80-hour weeks, constantly competing on price, struggling to break six figures. Brilliant mind, solid product, but completely replaceable in the eyes of his market. The second was a defense contractor consultant, same technical background, solving similar complex problems. But here's the difference. She charges $500 an hour, has a 6-month waiting list, and clients thank her for the privilege of working with her. What's the difference? Authority. Pure and simple. The defense industry has always understood something that most other industries struggle with. Expertise isn't just about what you know. It's about being recognized as a definitive source for that knowledge. You see, in defense contracting, you don't get hired because you're the cheapest option. You get hired when a critical system needs to be built. When billions of dollars and national security are on the line, there's only one person they trust to do it right. You become the only choice. But here's what's fascinating, and this is where most entrepreneurs get it wrong. Becoming that authority figure isn't about being the smartest person in the room. It's about strategic positioning and deliberate specialization. So let's talk about the specialization trap. Now, I know what you're thinking. David, specialization sounds risky. What if I narrow my focus too much and miss opportunities? Well, that is the trap that keeps most professionals stuck in the generalist quicksand. They think broader means better, more services, more potential clients, more opportunities. The opposite. Here's what defense contractors figured out decades ago. The more specific your expertise, the more valuable you become. When you're the go-to person for one specific critical problem, you don't compete on price anymore. You compete on results. Think about it this way. If you need brain surgery, do you want the general practitioner who also does some surgery? Or do you want the neurosurgeon who performed your exact procedure 1,000 times? The neurosurgeon charges 10 times more, and patients are grateful to pay it. But here's the part most people miss, and this is crucial. Specialization doesn't mean you know less. It means you know more about less. You become the person who sees patterns others miss, who can solve problems others can't even identify. Defense contractors don't just solve problems. They solve problems nobody else can solve. And that's exactly where you want to be in your market. So how do you build this kind of authority? Well, I call it the authority framework or the authority operating system. And it has 3 critical components. First, problem ownership. Defense contractors don't just solve problems, they own entire problem categories. When a specific type of challenge comes up, there's only one name that comes to mind. And this isn't about being good at everything. It's about the definitive expert on something specific and valuable. Second, depth over breadth. While everyone else is trying to serve everyone, you're going deeper into your specialty than anyone else is willing to go. You're studying the nuances, understanding the secondary effects. You're seeing the connections that others miss. This depth becomes your moat. Third, strategic visibility. Authority without visibility is just expertise. Defense contractors are strategic about how they share their knowledge. They publish in the right places, speak at the right conferences, contribute to the right conversations. They don't just have expertise, they're known for having expertise. Now, here's the beautiful part about this framework. Once you establish authority in one area, it does become exponentially easier to expand into adjacent areas. But you start narrow. You dominate one specific problem first. So let's talk about the transformation process. Let me show you what this looks like in practice. Remember that SaaS founder I mentioned? 6 months after we started working together, he stopped trying to be everything to everyone. Instead, he became the definitive expert on one specific integration problem that enterprise companies face. Pricing went from $50 an hour to $300 an hour. His client retention went from 60% to 95%. He went from chasing prospects to having a waiting list. Same person, same skills, completely different positioning. But here's what really changed, and this is the part that most people don't talk about. His entire relationship with his work transformed. He stopped feeling like he was constantly swimming upstream. He stopped competing on price. He started having conversations about outcomes instead of deliverables. When you become the authority in your space, everything changes. Clients don't question your fees. They question whether they can afford not to work with you. You don't pitch your services. You diagnose their problems and prescribe solutions. This is what defense contractors have always known. When you're the only one who can solve a critical problem, price becomes secondary to results. Thank you for watching this video today. The YouTube stats show we have thousands of viewers. I appreciate your interest. Although many return, a tiny proportion of viewers are subscribers, so please like and subscribe, as it means more will find this channel and you'll be the first to be notified of my next video that I release. I'm committed to delivering value. If there's ever a specific topic you'd like me to cover or a challenge you're facing, please don't hesitate to let me know. Leave a message or set up a call. Thank you. So here's my challenge to you. Stop trying to be everything to everyone. Stop being replaceable. The conversation about building true authority doesn't end here. I dive much deeper into these concepts, including specific strategies and real-world case studies over at my Substack, theauthorityfigure.substack.com. That's where the conversation continues, and you'll find premium levels of additional content that'll help you implement everything we've discussed today. And if you're ready to take immediate action, I'm offering complimentary authority assessment calls where we can discuss your specific situation and create a customized roadmap for your transformation. You can book a time that suits your schedule at my Calendly. The link is somewhere near this video. Limited slots ensure focused, valuable discussions. Remember, becoming the authority in your field isn't just about making more money, although that's certainly a benefit. It's about building something that can't be commoditized, something that can't be replicated, something that makes you irreplaceable. The defense contractors figured this out a long time ago. Now it's your turn. I'll see you in the next video. Thank you.